Hi, I'm Kendall with the Rawls Group. The old African proverb, "it takes a village," illustrates the essential nature of a team approach to succession planning. Succession planning is a complex endeavor. As such, it requires leveraging the expertise of a diversity of backgrounds. Collaboration and different expert opinions provides a 360-degree approach, ensuring the possible, probable, and potential issues impacting your long-term vision are addressed. To provide insight into common questions received from business owners, we are leveraging the village of our valued strategic relationships. As you listen to this episode, you'll be able to immediately apply the key takeaways and you'll come back for more. Now we're going to focus on what can we do to protect our multiples and value during these difficult times?
Well, that is a really good question. And as you know, many of you know, we publish the Blue Sky Report every quarter and go into a deep dive on our view on blue sky values and multiples. What we find in the transactions we're involved in, and we have sold 89 dealerships in the last 5 years, so we've really seen lots of transaction activity, and what drives buyers' valuations and the market's valuation of a dealership. And we find that the most important thing is really earnings and performance. And so if a dealership can show consistent growth, consistent earnings improvement, and high levels of efficiency, most buyers today are really not super excited about a turnaround opportunity. They want to buy performing stores, and that has been the biggest driver of valuation in our experience. So in these difficult times, I would say the most important thing is to try as quickly as possible to get the stores or your store or your stores back to pre-COVID levels in terms of earnings and certainly in terms of sales. That, of course, is going to be a lot of work, but it appears that with very low interest rates and lots of incentives coming from the OEM, assuming we start to get more product, that many dealers are going to be able to do that. We certainly hear that from lots of the dealers that we speak to, and we're very optimistic that that is going to be achievable, but certainly with a lot of work.
I think during these difficult times, I'm not so concerned with the multiples associated with car dealerships. I think time will tell as to how that plays out in the industry. But I do think value is a very important question to answer right now when we are talking about personnel, when we're talking about processes, and when we're talking about the procedures that are the special sauce for every kind of dealer that makes their value something different than the competitor next door. And so during these difficult times, the dealers that I know have been extremely successful and have decided to take their business to the next level, which increases their value, was going doing the self SWOT analysis to go, do we have the right people in the right spots? Are we over personneled? What does our perfect org structure look like? And what do we need to do to get to those kind of places to increase our value? They also were the dealers who were going, man, I've been wanting to implement this recon, improve this process, that process. And instead of sitting there watching the news every day, they were going, let's get together. Let's strategically plan our way to 2021, because that's the year that we're going to not just increase our value, but take it through the roof. So really, I think, when you talk about what can we do to protect our value, the people that I've been talking with, it's not about protect, it's about increase. And it's about strategically thinking about how they can get better and what are the details, because it's all about details when you talk about value.
Yeah, Champ, those are great points. And, I think we're in a time right now that demands a lot of reactive action because of the unknowns and the way things are changing almost by the hour in some places. Working as proactively as possible by being strategic and looking out strategically into 2021, while following, I guess, the Navy SEAL mantra of keeping it simple, stupid. The keep things simple, and what I mean by that is rely on what got you there: strong fundamentals, strong processes, doing things the way that you've done them, that has gotten you to this point, and continuing to grow through a really difficult period by making the right adjustments tactically and by proactively planning strategically for what's a little farther down the road. And then the multiples and the value, that'll take care of itself. You got your fundamentals in place.
Thank you to our strategic partners, The Village, for participating and sharing your perspective. Do you have a burning question you want to discuss with an expert? Feel free to submit it via the Ask an Expert link featured on the page. Continue to listen to this series now or come back later for more. Each question featured may want you to learn something new.